Who's ready to act? Oh my gosh. Emmanuel, you're going to be the first person filming. We might start with you. We might put you in the hot seat.
This is On the Waterfront. It wasn't him, Charlie. It was you. Remember that night in the garden? You came down to my dressing room and you said, "Kid, this ain't your night. We're going for the price on Wilson." You remember that? This ain't your night. My night. I couldn't take it a Wilson apart. So what happens? He gets the title shot outdoors on the ballpark, and what do I get? A one-way ticket to Palookaville. You was my brother, Charlie. You should have looked out for me a little bit. You should have taken care of me just a little bit, so I wouldn't have to take them. So I wouldn't have to take them dives for the short end money. You don't understand. I could have had class. I could have been a contender. I could have been somebody instead of a bum, which is what I am. Let's face it. It was you, Charlie.
Done. Well done. What's going on in this scene? What's happening?
So there's Terry talking to his brother Charlie, and Terry's saying to his brother, "Listen, when I was younger, I was a fighter. I could have been something, but you told me to lose the fight."
Why is your character telling him this right now? Like, we want to be really familiar, right? Because this isn't like part of what we want to be thinking about when we have these monologues, right? Like, what's so weird about monologues is that how often in our own lives do we just talk at somebody without someone interrupting? Like, it's sort of rare, right? Like, that's why monologues are sort of weird, because like, I mean, maybe as a teacher, I might talk for a bit before I hear any of you speak, but like in daily life, like usually it's a conversation. What do you think has to be true about someone's life for them to give a monologue?
Experience?
Experience? Say more about that.
Like similar experiences that they already had. So, they like another person can do the same scene, but it wouldn't have the same effect because he still didn't understand.
Okay, yeah. So like you're relaying an experience, you mean?
Yes.
How long do you think this character has been thinking about this? The fact that he could have been, is this the first time he's ever thought I could have been a contender? Those thoughts, these ways in which someone's like harmed us or hurt us, and they like play on repeat, right? We all have those things. Why did my mom say this when I was 5 years old? Why did my friend do this? Like, and I think this guy, probably Emmanuel, like he's been sitting with this for a long time, right? I think later in this monologue he says like in the monologue he says I could have been a contender, but not a bum, which I am. Right? He had his life, right?
Yeah.
Your brother gives you a gun because some men are coming, and he gives you a gun, and he says you're gonna need this to protect yourself. So I wonder what happens if like you want him to apologize, you want the satisfaction of being like, you did this to me. But I think maybe like on a very like inner level, what you want is like your brother to protect you. Like, you never protected me, man. Like, not only that, but like you put me in harm's way, and you're about to do that again? Like, do you know how much that hurt me? Does that make sense? Does that activate?
That really makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Is that something that you can relate to?
Not from a family member.
No, not right. So it doesn't have to be a family member. It doesn't even have to be a human being. But
To think of this person.
Is there anybody in your life where it feels like you were supposed to protect me, you were supposed to be kind to me, and you hurt me?
There's like, I guess I'm self-conscious.
Yeah, you want to talk?
I would say that, like, that person who, a lot of people say like, "Oh, you're good," but there's always that one person inside you that always tells you that no.
Right.
And always makes you go down the wrong path.
Right.
instead of the correct path.
Okay, we're gonna do something a little weird right now, right? You're gonna talk to that person, right? And I want you to just talk to that person. I want you to sort of improvise, just as you. What do you say to this person? Like, hey, you were supposed to protect me. I want to be confident here. Like, why are you always getting in my way? So I want you to take a breath. Just sit. Take your time. And you don't have, I'll turn my camera off. You can pick a point. I just sort of just like imagine speaking to you, to that like voice inside your head. Keep breathing. And open your eyes. I want you to see that. I want you to see this person or this thing. And whenever you're ready, I just want you to start talking to him. I want you to let him know how you feel.
Why do you always make me stiff? Why is it that my only problem is my fear of never being good enough? It's always you that reminds me that I can't do something. And I hear from a whole lot of people telling me, yes, you can do it. Yes, you can do it. And I'm thinking to myself, they're lying, because you tell me that they're lying.
Yeah, keep going.
I can't go one day without thinking, am I doing the right thing? Am I doing the wrong thing? Any decision that I make, and you already tell me that I just made the wrong decision, and I can't even trust myself to make the right decision.
Good. Now pause. Okay, keep that feeling. So I'm going to have you continue to do this. And when I say text, I want you to start doing the monologue, okay? I don't want you to do it as that character. I want you to do it as you though, right? So no accent. Don't worry about the facial expressions. I want it to be a seamless transition into the text, okay? It's challenging. Take your time. So keep talking to that voice inside your head.
Every day, I try to clear my head. You tell me that, okay, it's gonna be a smooth day. It's gonna be a nice day. I think to myself, nope, another day. I tell myself, what am I doing? Did I make the right decision? Did I say something that affected someone? Is there another way how I could have gone it? So many times I'm thinking to myself, why? Who is this person? I look in the mirror and they say to me, you're not good enough.
Text.
It wasn't him, Charlie. It was you. Remember that night in the garden? You came down to my dressing room and you said, kid, this ain't your night. We're going for the Price and Wilson. You remember that? This ain't your night, my night. I could have taken Wilson apart. So what happens? He gets the title shot outdoors on the ballpark, and what do I get? A one-way ticket to Palookaville. You was my brother, Charlie. You should have looked out for me a little bit. You should have taken care of me just a little bit. I wouldn't have to take them dives for the short end money. You don't understand. I could have had class. I could have been a contender. I could have been somebody instead of a bum, which is what I am. Let's face it. It was you, Charlie.
Good. Keep breathing. Stay with it. No. Eyes up. Don't go in. Yeah, stay there. I want you to go from that part about Palookaville, and I want you to give it to your brother, and I want you to try to stay as still as you can. All right?
A one-way ticket to Palookaville.
Breathe. Breath.
You was my brother, Charlie. You should have looked out for me. You should have taken care of me just a little bit, so that I wouldn't have to take dives for the short end money. You don't understand. I could have had class. I could have been a contender. I could have been somebody instead of a bum, which is what I am. And let's face it, it was you, Charlie.
Good. Breathe.